in a long-forgotten land, in a jungle dark and deep. There hides a ruined site, a tower temple, and a keep. But what lies within, and what lays beneath, monsters,
You're talking over the
treasures,
stream.
traps, and more, is what adventurers truly seek. Mega Dungeon! Mega Dungeon! Quick and bold we descend. Monsters lurk round each bend. Treasure hunts, puzzles too, adventures wait for me and you. Mega Dungeon! Magic swords
You're not.
in our hands. Together we make our stand through the dark and the light.
What?
Conquer every fight. Mega Dungeon!
What?
Side by side, face the fight. Heroes shine in the night. Secrets found, legends grown in the Mega Dungeon. Let's go.
And we're live!
And we're live! Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very on-time Mega
Not at
Dungeon
all.
stream. Today is a special Mega Dungeon stream because it is just me and Dan. And we also have Steve, who is in fact our DM again, but is having a little bit of technical difficulties as we typically do. If there's anyone out there watching, thank you for waiting, and we're going to get right into playing here soon. Steve, if you want to flip over so we can roll the vibe for today.
Yeah, let me. Can you hear me? I wonder if I'm on. I am. I'm back on the stream. Hello.
Yep.
Woo! Thank you for vamping a little bit. Well, before we get over there, don't forget to smash like, subscribe for Dungeons and Dragons, ring the bell, leave a comment down below like our friend Another Nate. Hello, Another Nate. And make sure to share the stream for good measure. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and get over to the thing. And that way we can maybe get a vibe going here. A late vibe. Ooh, my screen is bright. Who's going to roll this 420 vibe?
I'll do
Want
it.
to do the artist? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'll do it. Here we go.
I feel like I can't do it.
Nah.
It can't be me.
All right, here we go.
All right, 420. Let's see. 1D.
Ah,
Okay.
so our
116?
vibe is a 116. So
About a
kind of in the middle
fourth
there.
of the way there.
Maybe
Kinda.
okay, a fourth. Yeah, okay.
Yes, fourth of the way there.
Well, there's only a fourth of us here, so
That's true. That's true.
True.
Normally we have some special guests, but our special guests were feeling a little bit under the weather or couldn't make it for one reason or another. So it's just us dicks tonight. And also
not even
we're-
all the dicks. Not even all the dicks.
Yeah, we're sans Garrett because Garrett is laundering money in the Ozarks.
That's true.
So he's going to be down there for a little bit. He's got a side job. Marty.
Yeah.
What
No, it's not Marty. Marty is the other character. It's I don't remember his name. All I remember is Ruth, because all Ruth says is "fuck this shit."
Yeah, yeah. His name isn't Marty?
I don't think it's Marty, because that's Marty McFly. That's not even the same character. What is his name?
What are
Hold
you
on.
talking about? No, isn't
Hold on.
the guy
Jason. It's
Bateman
Jason Bateman.
from Ozark? Isn't the character's name Marty?
That's
Or
what
am
I'm
I
gonna
just
find out.
like Cameron
I have no
clearly did
idea.
not
No,
watch.
it is.
I
No,
have
you're
no
right.
idea.
It is. It's Marty Bird.
Marty
Yeah.
Bird. I knew it. I knew
You
there
are
was
right.
like a
You are right.
simple.
Mm-hmm.
See, you're like gaslighting me, telling me like I'm thinking Marty McFly. I know what I'm
No.
talking about.
I think you just dipped your Oreos too deeply today. I think that's what happened.
That might have happened. That's possible. Possible. Oh, right. Well, Dungeons and Dragons. So, geez, um, last time you
Destroyed a vampire.
went through with a big party, a big, massive party, a full party. You made your way all the way from the beginning all the way down to this final chamber here, where there was a vampire lord, which you dispatched with haste. In fact, it was kind of a ridiculously one-sided fight on your side. I thought that
Yeah.
I thought that things were going to be a little bit tougher in there. You had a tougher time with some very mundane monsters,
Mm-hmm.
and then you whooped this vampire's ass. So you did that, and I guess you looted all the things.
Yep.
And here is what I'm gonna say, because we are definitely down some players. What I'm gonna say is that after your big victory, you figured, you know what? We got a treasure hoard. We've got a bunch of gold. We're we did it, guys. Like, we basically did it. And so you went to celebrate. You had a night of drinking, and unfortunately, Chuck Testa, Chris Copperfield, and and the others, Tony, Frankie, all the crew, they had way, way, way too much to drink, and they just aren't. They're just not doing it right now. So basically, that leaves Sarducci and John and Buster. And the three of them, they figure, like, there's hardly anything left to do. We just killed this vampire lord.
No, it's not John.
Yeah, I was about to say John
Oh, wait.
is not even there.
John.
John
Oh,
is-
wait. You have to figure.
John has been turned. John has been turned to stone.
Don't you got to figure John out?
We did say what we said was that we were gonna. So what's his name? Somebody was dragging John up to the church last time.
Yeah. That was Tony. Tony dragged
Right.
John to the church. Yep.
So
Mhm.
so Tony drugged John to the church, and then what the
'Cause they were
plan
still
was?
down here. Yeah. 'Cause there's
Yeah.
John.
What the plan was to pay somebody at the church to turn John back out of stone and heal him immediately, because the reason they turned him to stone is because he was dying.
Well, then you figure maybe that's a priority. So maybe we should handle that first.
Okay.
So let's see. Who
Because
is
everybody's not here. I'm just gonna say, because you have the access, everybody's pitching in.
Hey,
Everybody's pitching in.
hey, as long as right.
I mean, I was ready to pay for it out of pocket with Buster, and then, but if everyone wants to pinch in, well, I'm not going to stop them.
Everybody's pitching in. Oh, yeah, let me go down there. All right. So, who's going to be the point person? Who's going to talk?
Well, since we are at a temple, I guess it's Sarducci.
All right. Go ahead and roll yourself a charisma check.
Charisma. Oh yeah, I had a good charisma.
Okay. Um.
So here's what happened. This man, he almost died. But this man, and don't pull it out, don't pull it out. He has the head of a Medusa in the little bag. Don't pull it out. Don't pull
In
it
the
out.
little bag.
Not gonna pull it out unless you want me to.
He likes to pull it out all of the time. So he pulled it out. He turned our friend John to stone. John is now a stone. So what we need from you is to make him uh, 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 unstoned, but then also he needs a healed. Now I can heal him as well because I can do that, but we may need some more healing. So
Well, it's not just stone, remember. It's not
No,
just
and then
stone and healing. It's not just regular healing. The whole reason you turned
anti-venom.
him stone, because remember, you turned him stone on purpose.
right, because I
And the
thought he was dying,
yeah, but if he was just
or is he
regular,
poisoned? Ah, he was poisoned.
that's
Ah,
where
There you go.
that's it. Because if he was just dying, you would have just healed him.
Yeah,
Remember, he was like literally like gonna
advanced dying.
die within the round if
so
something quick wasn't done.
I almost forgot. He
Almost.
also uh,
Also,
oh, he has the poison in him. So when he's unstoned, the poison will start to flow. I cannot do that. Or can I do that? Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. I will tell you if I can do that.
Think you can, can't you? But I just don't think you
I
had
don't.
it
I don't.
memorized.
It's just not written down because I don't have the book and I don't have the book like handy. What
Yeah, you just need the spell list,
what's
really.
what's
Wait, why don't I have the book handy?
is it what
Unprepared.
yeah what level spell is that?
probably like a level 3.
Like 3, I'm thinking it's
Oh,
gotta be,
if it's a
right?
level 3 spell,
I feel
excuse
like
me.
it's gotta be. Hang on, I'll look real
Mhm.
quick. Boop boop boo. There's magic user spells. That's not what I'm looking for. Wait, are magic user spells first in? Or am I just special?
I think you is just a special.
That's probably right. Oh no, there's cleric. Oh no, that's because I'm like looking in the wrong book. Because that's not the right book. Oh my goodness gracious me. Where's my screen? That's really all I need. I cannot see anything. And someone moved all my stuff. Ow.
Are you the only one that goes into that room?
No, not. In fact, the other day, somebody else went into this room and moved some books and some things
Uh
because they wanted to cool off in this nice air conditioner that's in here. This will be the same. I'll just look at this. Where is this? What are we looking for again?
cure poison.
Pure
Oh,
poison.
neutralize poison. I think it actually is a 4th level. Do you have 4th level spells?
I can do 1/4 level
One
spell.
fourth
Yes.
level spell. Okay, so you can actually do it then.
So, but I can either have neutralize poison or cure serious wounds, and I always carry the cure serious.
Though, if you
But-
do like a day ahead of time and you know
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a fact,
mhm.
it's probably going to be cheaper
Right.
for you
So
to
I can,
just do that.
yeah, because I can neutralize the poison, and then I can start to heal him.
Yes,
So all I
yes.
need you to do is turn him from a stoner to a flesher.
Okay. So you got a very high charisma roll. You're here at the Chaotic Temple, and the guy is like, I like your mask.
Why,
And
thanking you.
then they gave you a very, very good price to unstone this gentleman of only 600 gold,
Oh,
which is
shit.
actually quite a bargain.
That is a bargain.
That
Yeah,
Holy
really
yeah.
is a
crap.
bargain. So I think like between all of us, isn't that like 90 apiece or how many of us are there?
A Buster will just pay for it out of pocket.
Oh, Willie?
Actually, I mean, yeah, it's 600 gold is nothing. In fact, I'm going to pay for it out of pocket and then take it from John.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. Okay. So yes. So here is your 600 gold,
All right.
and I really appreciate it. Yes.
All right. So they work their magic, and after a short period of time, John becomes flesh again, and he's like, "Ah," and he's starting to turn
Cast.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have it written down. So I'm just saying.
Of course,
So,
yeah.
So cast.
So,
Like he was.
it's-
I literally was hovering.
you're
literally,
like you're waiting
hov-
until he's
I'm like
flesh.
hovering over his face with the mask on, and I'm looking right at him with the mask on. I almost like sitting on top of him. So as he comes to and he's dying, the thing he's seeing is this mask, and I just put my hands on his head and just cure him.
All right, so you're like hovering over
Yeah.
him. As soon as he's unstone, flip the mask down, you touch him, cure him, and you have a very erotic looking scene there where Sarducci's touching John's bare chest as John's like, "Ah."
Well, no, it's not his bare chest. I've got my hands on his face. I'm just like,
on his face. Then that's
Yeah,
even
just
crazier. You're like holding his
Yeah.
face. Oh, yes. Totally need live captions. Is that because we're incomprehensible, or because you would want to see the crazy
With the-
shit?
well,
What?
he's listening with the sound off.
Well,
Wait,
that's
what?
Garrett's
listening.
listening with the sound off. I guess he's in an environment where he can't like really
Oh,
play the audio.
Where he doesn't want one of us to yell.
oh, I
"Fuck!"
see. Like he's like at a restaurant or something.
He's
I
somewhere-
understand.
He's somewhere where like he does not want to hear us talking about our balls dangling in the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, we
yeah,
missed
yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here. Oh, you know
But-
what? The thing is not updating. Oh, there we go. There we go.
But
All right. So
anyway, so
John is
after I do that,
alive.
then I start to heal him. And I'm gonna spend the next day or so just healing him till he's full.
All right.
And I'm
I
gonna
mean,
wait. I'm gonna wait till we're all full, and then we can go in.
Here's the thing. I feel like if you had it planned out to revive John, and you just did kind of pretty much all healing other than the neutralize, there's no way that John is gonna not get back full hit, right? I can't imagine. Like, what is John's like total hit points? He can't be
Not
too.
that high.
Yeah, because he's a thief, and thief have Oh yeah. And in fact, he wasn't even. It looks like he wasn't even all the way down. So the poison is because you stopped everything. He's still going to be at the 16 hit points that he's at, which means Yeah, he's totally. There's no
Okay.
chance that. And what? Sarducci was at full hit points.
Yeah, I'm at full hit points.
Is Buster at full hit points or close? Buster is 5 hit points down. Or
Everybody
the
got
4 hit points down. It's not that big of a
Everybody.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Everybody got
say
healed.
everybody got healed. Yes, everybody definitely got healed. So, um, yes, yeah, everybody is healed. I am just looking for. Got the right notes. Let's see. No, that's not the right one. Let the right one in. You guys are gonna disappear for a second. We're all gonna disappear for a second, but that's okay. We're still here. You can still hear us. You just can't see us. Where is? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is it this one? Why am I so
Why?
disorganized?
I have no idea.
I
No
know
clue.
it's here. It's gotta be here, right? Oh, it's got to be. Da, 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 da. Those are all save hell. Where is? Oh my goodness gracious me! Somebody came into my computer and moved all my notes too.
Sure they
That's
did.
probably what happened.
Sure they did.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what happened.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that, is
They,
it?
I don't know. Is it? Is it that?
No, no. It's definitely not that one. You gotta be kidding me.
But what are you trying to do? What were
I'm
you doing?
trying to find. Oh, there we go. I'm trying to find the notes for this game.
Oh God.
But I found them. I did. I found the notes. Uh hang on. Let me get the stream right. Here we go. Everything looks good again.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
All right. All right. All right. All right. This has been a that wait,
Mega Dungeon brought to you by Dix in the Dark. Oh, speaking of
what
which,
did I just
speaking
do?
speaking of which, I almost forgot. I got to show you guys, or
What
I got to
is
show the
that?
stream.
How did I do that?
What
Did you
the
guys
fuck did
see
you do
that?
now? No, I walked away.
What'd you do?
Somehow I dragged this
You're
die.
dragging a dice. What the hell?
I don't know
What? What are you
how.
doing? How did you do that?
I don't know how that happened. I don't know where I
Hmm.
dragged that from. I don't know what.
I don't know.
How,
But while
how,
DM Steve is trying to figure that out, check out our merch here. See, look at our merch. We've got great Dix in the
ooh.
Dark
Oh, that's what
mugs.
I needed to.
Look at this. So it's our Dix in the Dark mug.
Oh
I
yeah.
know it's backwards, but you can get it. It's double sided,
No,
and
it's
I
not.
know you can't.
It's
Yeah, it is.
it's correct on it's correct on stream.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
It's double sided now. I know you definitely cannot see this on stream, and I can't get it close enough to the camera, but it actually has tiny little dicks all over it. Um, so we're working on that to try to make the dicks a little bit bigger. But you can also, but that's great. It's a regular size mug, but you can also get, if you are so inclined for your window or for your car, which I'm going to be putting this on my car, you can get a decal, a Dicks in the Dark
Wait, we have
decal.
decals?
We have
Yo!
decals that you can put on your
I'm getting a
lap.
decal.
You can get that on your window. You can put that on your laptop. You can put that on your car. So yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff in our shop. So that's shop .dixinthedark.com. So go ahead and check our shop out here.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and do that because it's awesome.
Yeah, that actually is a good reminder. I need to I want to buy, at the very least, a mug for some skits. You know, little
Ah,
Archimethyl
yes.
Gareth walking
Mhm.
into frame with the Dick's mug.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes,
Drinking his
yes.
Archimethyl guarantee.
Guarantee.
Yes. There you
But yeah.
go.
Oh, Comstar Knight. Yes, you need a mug. Yeah, you need a mug,
Hang
Comstar.
on. Why is this not?
You also and yeah, like I said, stickers. We got the stickers. Awesome stuff.
Steve doing some live action.
Buy Dick's merch. Oh God. Oh my God. Actually, you know what the next? Actually, Garrett, if you're listening, if you're
It's like
if
an
you're actually
Indian
able to,
bootleg.
yeah, no, if you're actually able to hear this, what we need on the next iteration, what we need on the next iteration of the sticker, is a little QR code, so that if the sticker is on somebody's car, like on my car,
Oh yeah,
then they
the QR
then
code
Oh,
would be great.
they're
that'd be
putting
cool.
just a little QR code somewhere in that sticker. You can just go up and you can just search the QR code and get right to our stuff. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Oh yes. Oh
Buy Dick's merch.
yes.
Oh yeah, just blatantly buy Dick's merch. That is going to be on
Buy
every
it
stream
now.
from here on out. Buy Dick's merch.
You didn't see my live like manipulation of it.
Yes, I was
Yes.
watching your live manipulation going all over the goddamn
Yeah.
place.
You know, I was trying to yeah, haven't you ever gotten one of those? I mean, not that you would haven't you ever seen that somebody has gotten one of those bootleg Indian like theater recordings and then like halfway through like the camcorder recording there's like some like ad for gambling that like bounces all over the
Yeah, I've seen that shit. I've seen that shit.
Oh, that's funny.
yeah. That's what I was
Oh my
that's what I
gosh.
was trying to do there. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I like how the buy Dick's merch, it reminds me of the old of the 1970s Battlestar Galactica logo. It's ish. You know,
yeah,
it's not
it's
exactly, but
eh, when we went into space, I went and found like a million different fonts that were like
yeah.
Star Wars, Battlestar, like Star Trek
Mhm.
inspired, and
Yeah.
when I just chose a font real quick, and it happened to be the Battlestar one. So
Yeah, that's a good one.
so
Yeah,
that
that's a good one
that
though.
is in fact that
Actually, it's a very
exactly
good
what
one.
that
It
is.
really is a good one. Yes.
Yeah, that is exactly what that is.
Actually, that's it. We need that on the back of a T-shirt. Buy Dick's
Buy
merch.
Dick's
Right on.
merch. Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
So
So we got John back. We're everybody's back to full health. We're here.
Hello there.
Woo!
John
I
alive
love dying again.
again. It
Great.
is. Yeah, I mean it's a thing that happens to
I
John
swear to
all
God.
too much.
I swear to God, we go into this next room and it's rats, and he gets bitten by a rat and dies. I'm gonna.
Don't, dude. Don't say it. Yeah. So now that business is taken care of, are we going back into the dungeon?
Well, you have looking at your map, you really only have a little bit of space left on this level to fill unless there is some kind of an adjoining, thing. But you're
Yeah, it looks
pretty
like we
close.
just got like a big dick-shaped room up there
Yeah,
somewhere.
exactly. So the three of you figure that you're probably okay to go back in. Now, I don't know if you want to try and take some muscle with you or what you're thinking
Well,
here.
let's see who, if everybody else is like just let's take a look here. What muscle do we have left?
We have
So we've got Broth, Othix is
Tippy
dead.
Kai elf.
Let's see.
Typical elf. No, we haven't busted out the typical elf yet,
That is true. That is true.
and we have no idea what the typical elf is. So
Mhm.
Well, he's just an elf, typically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
you
might
know.
he might be a she. You never know.
That's true. That's true. And and sometimes elves. Hard to
Hmm.
tell.
Yeah.
Brof is always an option. Obviously, Othic's dead. Um, there is there's
Oh,
also a crazy
his
old pirate
actually
with a head wound.
his price is an equal share of the treasure, and we've only got one room to go.
That's true.
I say we take Brof with us.
You take in
This room,
Brof just
no,
in
now
case.
this room will be the one that has like that has a million fucking gold pieces in it.
Is so much. Yeah. Yeah.
But I say we take Brof with us. I say we take a Brof. I say we get to Brof. All he wants is equal share. That's split to 4 ways, as far as I am concerned, because everybody else is a drunk. What
So
do you guys think? I'm a talking to John and the other one.
Yeah.
Busta.
I mean, there can't be that much left of this place. It's only a couple rooms. We got me. We got John
It's-
back.
Well, as so far as we
you.
know, there might only be one room, maybe 2.
That's what, like, I'm willing to risk it. I think whatever lies, you saw how we took that vampire on. That was easy business.
You
Clearly,
were piece of stone when we took a vampire on.
I wasn't stoned. That was John.
Oh shit! Which
You
which
guys
voice?
took on the vampire?
Okay, that's
John.
that's
John is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Remember.
That's right,
John.
that's right,
Remember.
okay,
John is
that's right.
is.
That's
Hello
right.
there. Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there. He's Obi-Wan. The gruff one is obviously the dwarf, Buster.
Well, if we got okay, you know what? If we've got John and we got the dwarf, if we've got basically a fighter, a thief, and a cleric, yeah,
You've-
we can do it by ourselves.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, I mean, essentially, you have a fighter cleric,
Mhm.
so you kind of have double healing in a way as well,
Okay.
because you got Buster, so you got double, you got some extra healing in the
Mhm.
case of Buster Cherry, but then he is also as tough as a fighter, so you kind of
Right.
get the duel with him, and then so
Yeah, we can forget about Broth. Let's go.
the only thing that you don't have is a oh, what do you call it? A magic
mage?
user. Yeah, you don't have any kind of a magic user. Because your magic user, he is he's up in the
Are you like? Are you
I'm
like,
having
like
a
doing-
stroke,
Are
man.
you like doing a John Hughes thing? A magic
He's got
user.
he's got the healing.
It's the magic. What is he? What am I? I'm a magic user. I want my $2 because I'm a magic user.
Because I was trying to think of Keep Town. And I was like trying to think of it really, really hard, and I was trying to stretch out my words.
That H just came out. I got. It's a magic user. Huser. Huser on a magic user.
See, I
I'm a what?
I don't stutter, But if I like lose a word, I will just either like make a big pause or I'll like just drag words out
Yeah.
till I get to that word, hoping that I'll get, hoping that if I drag the other words out long enough, by the time I get to the
Uh,
word that I can't remember, I'll remember it.
dude,
And then
that's
you
your
made fun of me, and then now I remember. Now
that's
I'm all blurry. Keep
yeah,
down.
that's what you need to call it in your new system. Is a magic user.
Magic user. actually,
Uh,
actually, you know what? That is that's kind of that might be kind of a cool class for like the sin, like magic accuser. Like
What would
magic
that do?
accuser.
accuser, right? And it would be like some kind of I don't know, the sin are all about like it would be like some kind of a prosecutor maybe. Ooh, the
Oh,
magic accuser is
Oh
your fucking
shit!
prosecutor, but he's like
oh no.
he's like like a
He's
A
doing
lawyer.
charm,
fucking Skyrim
Yeah.
Eldritch
Mm-hmm. He's like,
Dragon speak
but he's
during
yeah.
the trial.
but he's like a charmer. He's like a fucking like an enchanter
Mm-hmm.
and a charmer. So he's like fucking like fucks with you,
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
like guilty or innocent.
And that's what they call him.
Guilty.
He's a he's a magic user.
Magic accuser. That's good. I like it. That's
Oh my
awesome.
god. Uh,
I need to write
stay
that
tuned.
down.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more
Yes.
Dicks in the Dark because yeah.
See, live brainstorming other campaigns during another
Mm-hmm.
different
Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
Only here do you get campaignception like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also we've been like running for what now? Like what 45 minutes and we've played 5 minutes of that.
You know.
It says only 37 minutes, so we're just really
Okay.
super late.
Yeah.
Normally we'd have been streaming for like an hour, but
Maybe.
nah, whatever. It's all good. It's all
Mhm.
good. Um,
Now,
Oh my
before we
gosh.
go back in the dungeon, Buster
yes.
wants to go to the Keep Town Apothecary and buy some healing potions.
Ah. Mm. Does he have the cash for healing potions? Remember, healing potions are fucking expensive.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Does Buster have a lot of money?
Buster's fucking rich.
Is he?
I think you've forgotten a couple of, Buster came across some very valuable jewels in the
Oh,
past.
some gems and jewels and
and,
stuff. Okay, right.
yeah.
He is a dwarf. He probably did covet all that stuff in
Yeah.
order to, do. Well, then I believe didn't we establish that they were like 500 apiece?
Something like that. Yeah.
500 apiece.
Yeah. And that's just a standard 1d6 plus 1.
Let me see if I can
They-
some talk some sense into
Yeah, you might be able to if you can maybe you can haggle a little bit. Ooh, that's
Oh
not
my.
bad.
Yeah.
Let's
That's pretty
see.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. Look at these charisma checks here. This is
So when I do the charisma check, not only do I do like, I check to see if you are if you're doing well, but also how they're doing because it is a haggling, and unfortunately the guy at the apothecary was charmed highly
Oh,
because
man.
ooh,
he rolled a
giving them away for
20
free.
he was
and
oh,
so
here
to-
you can have this.
for today only, and only for Buster Cherry because they must have something in
Yeah.
common.
There's a network here in
Yeah.
in Keep Town, and word on the street is I'm investing in business. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. So
I'm a big player
No.
around here.
No,
so.
you know what? You know what it was. Buster Cherry just kind of reached over and just.
no, no.
Isn't that what
no.
Sarducci does?
It just reached down and went. Just. A little bit of that.
He
Fondling
is
the tea bag a little bit.
he is willing. He is
Dump
willing
those Oreos.
to give you 5 for 1,000.
Wow. That's like buy 2, get 3 free at 500 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Is he willing to do that deal twice?
10 for 2,000?
10 for 2,000? Let's see. He's willing to do 10 for 2,000, but only for today and only for Buster Chair.
That's fine.
Boy, he really
It's a
must.
pleasure doing business with you. We'll put these to good use. 2,000.
Yeah, actually, but there is
Not bad
one.
at all.
There's
Not bad
there's
at all.
possibly one catch. Let me check one thing here real quick. He can give you 6 now, but 4 of them you're going to
Or
have
later.
to wait for because he just doesn't have the stock, and he has
Gotcha.
to make them. So he come back in a day, and you know, you give him all the money right now, and he's going to honor it though. You come back in a day, and he'll give you 4 more. He gives you a little written like IOU thing.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll take that. For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you got six potions now, 4 to come, and you might want to save your wealth though, because one of the things that might be happening if you indeed clear this dungeon and then have the other one cleared, you're going to have to try and figure out ways to secure these 2 dungeon areas, as well as you might have to put some investment in, you know, cleaning, building, you know, infrastructure. If you're going to stay down here.
Timmy. Buster is already well aware. You know,
Oh,
part
yeah.
of being a dwarf is
Here-
his stonecraft and knowing his fellow dwarves, and he's gonna
see-
get the people on that.
Here is also the thing. You got a deal on those magica potions. Nothing says you can't resell some of those magica potions. Selling 2 and selling 4, making your money back.
Yeah, maybe, but you know, considering how we all are, I'm thinking that we're probably gonna need all these eventually.
It's a possible.
But
Especially
don't
if
you
you're-
worry. I've been in contact while you guys have been dealing with this this dungeon of ours without me and without John. We've been in contact and we're doing some business, doing some investments here around Keep Town. This money's not going anywhere except up. So
Well,
business.
shall we go down, clear it out? The final clearing?
yeah, let's finish
the-
her up.
The clearing a house, and then we publish it, and it will be a publishing clearing. No, never.
Yeah. No.
Nope.
Columbia House, 10 cents.
No,
for like
10
5,000.
cents for yeah. buy it.
5,000 cassette tapes for 10 cents.
No. So you go back down into the dungeon, and
Playing D&D.
what
He's
way are
playing
you?
D&D.
He's
I'm playing D&D. We're playing D&D.
Wait,
Come
that
on!
came through. God damn it! I have mute buttons on my soundboard,
No,
and
we
I thought I
definitely-
pressed them.
I definitely heard you say, "Yep, playing D&D."
Mom, playing D&D.
Yes.
But yes,
So, yeah. So what route are you going to take to get to this final area here?
I say we take the straightest possible route.
I mean, the straightest possible route, I guess, is going to be through.
Also-
The one we took last time.
Here's the
Wait,
thing.
through here, right?
Yeah, and then just up and around.
But one thing. Sarducci's going to the trash heap behind. He's going to start digging through the trash up in Keep Town. Because we need a long board. Long enough to put over the pit. So that we can...
There is no trash. You think somebody lets a board be trash in Keep Town in the middle of the jungle? No, no, no. There is no trash like that.
Okay.
Every single board is worth money. Single stick is worth money out here because getting a board is tough. So yeah, no, getting a board is no. There's nothing like that. You got
Okay, okay.
There's probably a guy that is a board salesman. In fact, there's probably some dude that just has like just wood. He's the same guy you buy your 10-foot pole from.
That's funny. Okay.
He's got various poles, planks, wood, all kinds of wood, and it's a premium
though-
price too.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't absolutely need it because we can actually like just hop. We can hop into the room and then hop over because it's just the way.
Yeah,
we did
for
it last
now,
time.
for now we'll deal with it. We'll fill it
Yeah.
in with rubble later, and
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
Buster's
if
gonna
you're
do good things to this dungeon.
if you're talking about like this right here, you could kind of easily, you could kind of just do like this sort of thing here.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You could, it's not that big of a thing.
Mhm.
Now later on, you also realize that there are various things in here. Like for example, obviously they're not big, but you've got there's wood here, there's like crates here, you've got doors and stuff that may or may not, you may or may not want doors in
Yeah.
places where you could take them off, and so there's things like that. All right, so
So I guess we're gonna walk.
yeah, the three of you make your way into the dungeon, and you take the straightest route possible. And it's very dark in here, and I can't see my dice rolls, but that's okay. All right.
Oh, one thing that we are gonna do because we need. So does Buster have a shield?
Does Buster
Light.
have a shield?
Light, I think, is what you're probably. Yeah. What is the light situation? Because I forgot about that. Normally you have Chuck with his shield that is continual lighted.
Right. I do have a shield that I use, and I can also just cast continual light on it in the same manner.
I think that's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah.
So I'll do that.
Okay, that works then. So then, then you make your way. You make your way up and at 'em, and so far, not finding anything, not encountering anything unusual. Just the same things as yesterday.
The vampire respawns.
Yeah, he's he's back.
Shit. Damn.
You finally make your way over to this room over here, which you've been in before, but it's been a while. Now this room, see if I can remember what was in this room.
Actually cannot move this giant pink dick so that I can actually draw something real.
Yeah. We can. I'm sure I can probably. Can I select that? No, wait, hang on. I might have to do it the DM way. Might have to enlarge it.
Oh, I bet you do.
Here, I'm gonna move it. There we go.
There we
I'm just
are.
gonna
That
move it
works.
right over. Yeah. That's the easiest thing to do without. That way I keep the integrity of the dick as well as the integrity of the maps. All right. So yes, um, this room is the room that has pillars, but they don't all go all the way to the wall. They don't go all the way to the ceiling. And then
hmm
on top of the pillars were gargoyles.
Right.
Oh,
And those gargoyles, you killed them, and now they're in rubble all over the room. That's what this is. I had to remember. Oh, and I think didn't
yeah. What is that?
There was
yeah.
something in this room that we'd left in this room that we didn't mess around with because there was something going on.
No, it is there was a trap, and it I think I think this is a bunch of rubble, if I'm not mistaken, that had fallen from the ceiling. So there's a bunch of rubble in this room right now. It's literally just filled with fucking rocks and pillars.
Okay.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah. I was like trying to figure out, okay, what did you guys do
But
in this room? And
isn't there something on this back wall back here? Wasn't there some kind of like a
Connecting passage.
no, not a connecting passage, but I thought there was some kind of like a tile thing on this wall back here.
let me look here.
Not the wall with the door up here, but the wall down at the bottom. But maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm mistaking that for another room.
No, I think you might be mistaking that for another room. I don't see anything in my notes about
Okay.
that.
Okay.
No, I think that might have been another room. So yeah,
Okay.
once you're in this room, um, the only thing left is, of course, this northern door. It's the only
Ah,
door in the whole dungeon that you've gotten to that you haven't opened or really
All
messed with
right.
at all.
you should have
John is
checked
going
that for
to
traps.
do exactly that.
Okay. So John checks the room for traps, or checks
The door.
the door for traps.
Actually, while John is checking the door for traps, Sarducci is going to take another sweep of this room and check for secret doors again.
Okay. John did find a trap. It appears that when you try and open this door, and the door opens like away from you into whatever is beyond.
Yeah.
There is some sort of a spiked portcullis. Are you like laughing at my pit stains?
I am. I have been.
It's fucking hot, and I was out right before this. I'm sorry, I didn't get to change my shirt. I'm a sweaty, sweaty man. Sorry. Anyway.
You're a sweaty
Stinky.
magic user.
Sweaty, sweaty magic user. Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck was I saying?
It's
Open the door.
A portcullis that comes down.
Yeah, there's a portcullis that comes down. When you open the door, you realize that it's going to slam down on to whoever attempts to walk through the door. It's going to get stabbed in the head by this. What it looks like it's probably going to be pretty heavy as well. Even though it's obviously like recessed up in the stone, you've definitely detected it. It is there.
Then let's disable it.
All right.
Can we remove the trap?
You can most certainly make an attempt to. Well, yeah. It seems like you are so successful. In fact, you're pretty sure that not only will the portcullis not fall, but that you've preserved it in a way that you might actually be able to like use it
Hmm.
like as a working portcullis in the future, though the mechanism is not out here revealed.
Sure, it has to be
So
kind of excavated and worked on a little bit.
right. So John spends his time doing that. Sarducci takes another sweep of this room right here while John's working on the door, but he doesn't really find anything. Does while the two of them are doing that, yeah, okay. Buster
Yeah,
he
sure.
takes a look around as well, but no, they confirm that it doesn't seem like there are any secrets here. And finally, it looks like there's no trap, but the door does appear to be locked.
All right, let's see if I can work with that.
All
Which I
right.
can.
John, just doing his best. He's back, baby. He's
I'm
back.
not just around just to die, you know.
Yeah.
I've got some skills.
So John does his thing and finally is able to crack the lock. Excuse me, crack the lock on the door.
So he's gonna do what? What's he
He's
gonna
gonna
do?
he's gonna
He's gonna crack the
he's gonna
lock
use
on
the
the door.
door.
He's gonna crack the lock on the door.
It's
Crack.
cracked. It's cracked. It's cracked. All right. So, who's gonna open the door?
Sure as hell not, John. Um, Buster will lead the way since he's got his light shield.
All right, Buster coming up in the front with John and Sarducci just behind him. When Buster opens the door, you see a fairly large rectangular room in front of you. The room is about 20 feet wide by about 20 feet, 25 or 30 feet deep. The room has very high vaulted ceilings, and the walls are adorned with faded tapestries all around. But that's not the most interesting thing about the room. In the direct center of the room, there is what looks like almost an obelisk, a fairly large obelisk, and it's right here in the center of the room. And it's like big. It has probably just by looking at it, you're estimating maybe a 5 to 6 foot like footprint,
Mhm.
and it's maybe 15 foot high, and the ceiling in here is about 20 foot high.
What color is the obelisk?
It's stone. It's the same kind of gray stone as this room here.
Okay.
Well, the dungeon, the whole dungeon, this upper part of the dungeon. It's kind of been pretty much just kind of gray. The
Buster's
stone
gonna
of the
walk
dungeon.
in, and let's see.
Okay. Enter the room.
Do a little trap finding first. Make sure things are generally safe.
Sure.
So
While Buster
blank.
is doing
So
that.
basically, a blank room with just a big obelisk in the center.
Well, there are, as I said, the lower walls are covered with faded tapestries.
Ah, okay.
While Buster and John are looking for traps, what is Sarducci going to do? And
I
are
guess
Buster
he'll
and John looking for traps in specific places? Like, is one of them like searching the obelisk and the other is like just checking the floors in the room, or like, how's the division of work here?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, there's really no getting around the obelisk, so Buster will do that, and then John will check generally the floors and the walls.
Okay. Right. That makes sense. John kind of checks around the floors, the walls. He doesn't find any traps on the floors or around anything dangerous in this room.
Sarducci's gonna follow behind him and check for secret doors.
Okay, Sarducci's looking for secret doors around the room. Buster goes up to the obelisk. He doesn't find any traps, but as he's searching for traps, on the back of the obelisk, there is a seam around it that looks about the size of a doorway.
Strange. Okay. Um, is that really the only thing about this obelisk? Is it just pretty monolithic and no inscriptions or anything? Just the door?
Right.
John walks through that door and starts to float forever and ever.
Yeah.
And ever.
Not
And
this
just keeps going
again.
up. At least I'm not going down.
Buster's gonna check out specifically the door and see if he can find a way to get it open.
So Buster is looking at the door. He's trying to figure out if he can get it open. The just by looking at it, the whole obelisk is weird. He's not familiar with it, but as soon as he touches the stone, the door, or at least the stone within the seam, disappears, and now there is an opening, and he can kind of see what looks like almost like a dark hallway.
Guys, I found something. It's magic. I think.
Oh no. Let's see.
And the
Does
others,
does holding my shield up and letting it illuminate down, does that work? Does the light penetrate into the...
yeah, you hold your shield up, and the continual light, which should give you, 60 good feet of daylight, and it does in this room, when shined within the portal that's opened up, the light is kind of bent in a weird way. It's almost kind of going like this in a circle. Have you ever been out in the snow and gotten
Oh
like
no.
the snow spot vision? Do you know what I'm
No,
talking about? You've never
I have
had that
no idea.
happen? The spots in the snow because everything is too white.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking
You
about.
know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Anyway, it's kind of like that. It's a kind of a weird distortion in your vision. So there's a
Huh.
little bit of light penetrating through it, but not the full light that should be, clearly.
Wait till right to here. The Sarducci's gonna walk into the previous room.
Okay.
He's gonna walk over to this big pile of rocks that's right here.
It's
And
gonna
he's gonna
grab a chunk.
He's gonna grab like 2 rocks.
Okay.
He's gonna grab like 2 rocks,
Okay.
2 big stones, and he's gonna carry them back into the room. And he's gonna put one down. Then he's gonna toss one of those stones into it.
Okay. So puts one of the rocks down, takes the other rock, and he tosses it in, and it goes in, and like the light, it doesn't illuminate as much as you would expect, but it does kind of hit the ground and roll
Go.
forward. It makes a the fairly normal sound, other than the fact that it's not as bright in there. It seemed a pretty normal, the throwing the rock. It was pretty normal.
What do you think? Ah, so Sarducci, before we go in, sometimes they put these tapestries on the wall to tell the story. Let me take a few minutes to see if Sarducci can decipher the story. So,
All right.
so Sarducci's gonna start looking at the tapestries.
Okay, Sarducci, he kind of starts making his way around the room,
With
starting
with
to look at
with
the
with
tapestries.
with his 8 intelligence.
Um, you know what? I'm gonna say, make a wisdom check. I'm gonna allow you to
Okay.
do wisdom on this one. I think that makes sense. It's kind of like a lore type of thing. Okay.
Nice.
All
All
right.
right. So you're looking around, and as far as you can tell, the tapestries, they all seem to depict what appear to be adventurers, though maybe not modern adventurers or adventurers as you would know them, but maybe kind of somewhat tribal looking people. But all of them seem to be stuck in a maze, possibly lost, and pursued by a very large bull-headed creature that was goring them and tearing them in half. There's even one very, very unfortunate tapestry that I won't describe to you, but let's just say one of the adventurers was split.
Ouch.
Right in his huevos rancheros.
Mm, you know it. So,
So I have a feeling if we go in there, it's very possible. This is very magical, and will take us to this maze where the bull thing is in the maze.
I think that that makes a lot of sense. Uh,
Do we want to try it?
uh, hmm.
Well, you know, I heard a I heard a story long, long time ago when I was a little boy back in Florence. That that head, that head that we saved Jana with, might be useful. It might be useful against the big bull. The big bull sees the head, but we have to be careful.
Sarducci's like, I gotta give that big bull head.
Rocky Mountain oysters. Speaking of which,
It
did you ever get a chance to sample a Rocky Mountain oyster while you were out there?
No.
I'm talking to
No.
Cameron.
Oh no,
Oh, I,
hell no,
I,
hell no,
thought, I thought you were talking to me. I was like,
No.
out where?
Nah,
I ain't
out in
eating balls
Colorado.
anywhere.
Out in Colorado,
Yeah,
it's Rocky
no.
Mountain oyster.
not exactly interested in
Yeah.
that.
No?
No. I was trying to look it up. I don't think the Minotaur and Medusa interact in Greek mythology. Is
Yeah,
that-
I
that
think
what you're-
maybe. I was thinking that too. I was like,
Yeah, I
are
was
you
like,
making
what?
that
I don't
up?
recall that at all.
No. In this world, they do.
In this world, I see. I thought you were actually referencing something. He's like, am I forgetting?
No. Either that, or he's completely like messed it up in his mind.
I think
Yeah.
that's maybe what happened. I
You
think
know?
that's maybe what happened.
Okay, so
Either way, it works.
I'm gonna do this. See, I made the roll, but I didn't classify what the outcomes of failing or passing. You ever do that? He's like, yeah, I'll just do this to decide. Wait a minute.
And you got like not only did you,
Yeah, I was
you got
like
right
on.
on.
It was perfectly on it.
So if you were hoping for an extreme roll to kind of push you in one
Yeah,
way or the other,
a definitive answer. He's just like,
you
eh.
certainly did not get one.
That's kind of like, eh. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well, let's see. That bull creature, if that's actually what's in the obelisk,
It's
I don't
possible.
think the three of us could take that on. And I really don't want to die again. That's that would be, third time's a charm, as they say. Yeah, that's a very interesting story there, Sarducci, but
Well,
the Medusa head is very powerful, for sure. Has a lot of utility. But
well then, if we're
don't
going to
know.
wait for the rest of them to sober up, we need to figure out how to close this door. Because we don't want to let the bull out of the corral.
Well, here and so this brings us to actually a point where you're going to have to try and make some decisions because like obviously here's the thing, like this room right here, this is open now cuz you've opened it. But there is a door, right? Like there's a door here, there's a door here.
We could lower the portcullis.
We might be able to get that to work. But would that even hold a creature like that? I don't know.
Would it? Let's find out.
Actually, I wonder if this opening is even big enough for it to fit in to begin with.
So
I mean, that looks pretty damn big.
So so according to my roll, do I think a portcullis could hold that creature?
Maybe. Especially if there was a door and a portcullis. Now, since you're in here, do you check this door from the other side?
We could always leave all of the doors open. And if it gets out and gets into another
Just
section
gets into
of
a different
Mega
dungeon, their problem.
Their problem. Yeah, but then you leave all the doors open and shit gets into
Yeah,
your dungeon
yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
flies in, flies out,
Yeah.
Let me do a quick once over of the room with John and Buster to see if there's just about anything else to be
Oh,
found.
right.
Could we buy a cow? How much is a cow in Keep Town?
Oh, dude.
Probably fucking
A
expensive.
cow. Yeah,
We buy-
like
we buy a cow.
non-existent. Non-existent is
We
how
just
a
buy
cow is in Keep
We
Town.
buy a cow, we bring it down, and then we send it through the portal.
Yeah, a cow's like
Because it's a cow.
$10,000 or ten
Oh
thousand
my
gold
God.
or something. Fucking fresh beef and milk. No, there's probably goats because
No,
they're
cow.
easier to
Because see,
bring.
it's a bull. See, it's a bull and a cow.
You
A
you
male and a
probably have
female.
goats, yeah.
Hmm.
Go ahead and roll Buster's his the other one, the stonecraft.
Other one, Stonecraft.
Yeah.
Hey.
Buster is actually able to uncover the mechanism that operates the portcullis, and he is able to get it to work. Now the only problem is it works
It works
from
from
this
the
side,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you might be able to kind of rig up something. You're not sure. There's, it's tough to say. But here we go. Basically, so in this dungeon here, as far as you have found, there's not a bunch of there's not really the openings are over here, right? You know that goes down to the dungeon. Obviously, you've got your main entrance over here, and you've got this here, right? Those are the things that you need to seal off there. And then let's see, where is
Also,
the
if we can find something big enough to cover it, like a big enough tarp, we can cover this trap.
which trap?
This trap right here.
More trapped?
So
Oh,
so,
like
so
cover it so that anything that would be unsuspecting.
yeah,
You're saying
we
like
know.
basically remake the trap so that like
Mhm.
anything that comes running down that hallway is gonna just fucking fall into the trap.
Right. So
That actually makes a lot of sense. You could
So-
probably
Sarducci's
you know.
yeah, Sarducci's gonna go looking for a tarp.
Gotcha.
Actually,
gotcha.
actually, there might be something in the room with the vampire.
There might be something. I'm sure somewhere along the lines. I don't know if you'll be able to find a tarp, but you could definitely find some
A piece of
things-
cloth.
a piece of cloth and maybe some boards that you could
Mhm.
kind of,
Yeah.
makeshift into a into
That's what Sarducci's gonna work on. He's gonna work on covering the pit.
right. And then
Oh my
over
God.
here,
Jesus
What
Christ.
the fuck?
Oh yeah, this is the map, man. This is the map that's
So-
got everything on it.
Oh my God. Is this the water
this
dungeon
is the water
below?
dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, you missed most of that, boy.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, I
There-
missed
there's a
most
lot
of
of-
this dungeon.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So
damn,
the
we got a lot.
The water dungeon has opening here and an opening here, but those are also on the either side of a pit, and those are secret doors, right? Technically.
Mhm.
So those are the other two openings. Is there anything else? I think that's it. So those are the openings that you need to kind of contend with in order to keep your dungeon.
Right. Unless we just want to like. So where does this open up to? Just the openings down here that lead out of our dungeon.
Which one?
Is it these? Is it like these steps?
Yeah, so basically there's this is the slide where you actually come into the dungeon, right? From the upper part. Which you'll probably have
Okay.
to figure something out about that too, because sliding it down and it's like trying to climb back up the slide has been
Yeah.
harrowing. So down this hallway, so this is a pit, and then these are secret doors on either side of the pit. But you've obviously uncovered them. So each secret door has a hallway that ends in stairs. Um, and uh, these are stairs going down, and then these are stairs going up. And those are basically to, you're assuming, other sections of dungeon that you basically have said, we're, since it's stairs, that's a new section, we're going to hold off.
Okay.
So that those will essentially be different maps. When you try and tackle one of those, it'll be a clean map, basically.
Okay.
Um, so that's what you've got. You've got 2 here, and then I guess you've got 2
The
on the
fuck is
other.
this?
Well, no, you've really only got 1. Wait, what's what?
What the
That's a
fuck is this?
foreskin. Can't
Is the
you read it?
foreskin just?
Look, see, it says. I think it says right there. Oh yes,
Yeah.
foreskin. Well, it kind of looks like it says foreskin. No, foreskin. It says
Yeah.
foreskin. Yeah.
It's a very interesting drawing there with the foreskin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Our dungeon is fucking huge.
Why is there just this big black thing here?
So the only thing that I can think of that we would have the capability to do right now is basically just pile up rubble that we have, caused in our dungeon against the entrances so that they cannot be accessed, from the outside at this juncture. Other than that, we're going to need to bring in, crewmen, builders, supplies, materials to actually, convert some of this stuff.
There's a couple. The easiest ways to bar off ways in a dungeon, obviously physically barring it off, like you said, with rubble. Trapping it, which basically John has the ability to, he's a thief. He can set traps as well as disarm them. So that's another possibility, is setting traps or resetting traps that are already there. For example, like you wanted to do in the other dungeon, you could like maybe cover this hole, right? That gives an extra thing of security. And then, of course, the other possible thing is magic. If you're able to go down and like wizard lock doors or whatever.
I don't think any of us have that ability right now.
Just out of curiosity, does see what Chris Copperfield has. He does not. Though you could pay somebody to do it. For sure. But yeah, so that is the other thing. And then there is one more thing. If you go down into the water dungeon, you notice that it is starting to dry out.
Okay.
Interesting.
Ooh. If it starts to dry out, that may open up new things. There may be holes under the water that we haven't not seen.
So even more places to worry about then.
Yes. I
Huh.
don't think we can do all of this on our own.
Definitely
definitely-
not. I think
We're definitely going to need them to be sober, or at least lucid.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Then let's tackle a couple of places then.
Well,
These secret doors here, do they open from one side only, or what's the deal with those?
These secret, are you talking about the ones on the
Yeah,
either
yeah,
side
yeah,
of this
yeah.
pit? They were basically like in stone secret doors that kind of like pushed to the side. So they can be kind of, you could probably work them back into place.
Okay. And maybe with the skill set of John and his trap abilities, and then Buster with his stonecraft, kind of a little construction abilities, maybe we can kind of lock those, jam them in place at least temporarily.
Okay. Yeah.
That would seal off 2 of our, wherever the hell these steps come and go. That would be a big help. And
Right.
then
Right.
the upstairs dungeon.
So Sarducci's going to work on that pit.
Yeah, you're gonna work on the pit.
Okay.
The outside of the obelisk and the main entrance, is there
Yes.
any other place upstairs that we have to worry about sealing?
The only thing that I think that we might want to worry about sealing, just so that only we
Why
have
is this-
access to it,
Why is
is
this game weird?
is to actually seal
There we go.
the
I was like, why is that? Why
is
can't
to
I
actually
select this damn map?
seal the entrance to the lower dungeon. Because
Yeah,
if
what is it?
something-
Just a trap
because it-
door and a fountain? Is that
Because
right?
if something happens to get into the lower dungeon, we can keep it down there if we seal off that entrance.
Yeah, you figure if you've sealed off, unless anything new opens up, if you've sealed off the 2 like secret door places, if you come
Yeah.
back up to here, yeah, it's right here, and in fact, if you, it's in a fountain. It's like within a fountain that is like it's now the fountain is like kind of all drained out now too.
Mhm.
But what you could do is if you were able to kind of like somehow fill in, you could probably even like put some water, put something in the fountain to just make it look like, you know what I mean? You
It's
could,
not there.
yeah,
I
or
was
you could
thinking we just fill it with, put a bunch of rubble on top of it. That would keep,
yeah. So
keep it hidden.
that would definitely, yeah. If you just like put some like put a broken door over the trap door and then just filled the thing with rubble,
Yeah.
it would absolutely seal off the bottom so that that would it would make it really hard for anything to come up because it would have to come up a slide and then anything
push
would have
push
to
against the
push,
trap
yeah,
door that's already,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
nothing's coming up that way.
that would make it
Yeah.
very difficult.
So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna try to start sealing stuff off so that the next time when we come back with everybody, then we can start making decisions about what to do.
And of course, the main entrance that goes to a hallway that goes to a junction, which is guarded, right? Because that's
Okay,
where
so we
like
don't really
the
have to
lift
worry
thing
about
is
it.
there. So it's like, yeah, down there. I still don't know how the fuck how a die, and can I like?
Yeah, I can't even select it.
No, I can't either.
I don't know if you can see whose ownership of the die it is, but
Can I?
Oh,
oh
you
shit,
just made
it's a
it
big
kind of
die.
like super huge now.
Yeah, it's me clearly. Wow, that's
It's the
weird.
Mach 5.
That's so weird. Oh
So
wait,
I think
what? No way.
You could roll that die.
Is it a is it a token?
It's a token and I can roll it.
Oh
That's
my
cool.
god.
That
But I
must be a
wouldn't-
new
is it-
feature.
Is it a what? Is it like a 10-sided or a 12-sided? Because that's what it looks like. Almost.
It's an 8-sided because I can choose. I can also
Ah.
choose what
Ah.
side.
You could
Oh,
you
that's
could have that
neat.
for the stream overlay by keeping that in a certain spot of the map that is always visible for the audience whenever we do rolls.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
That's
you
pretty
mean
cool.
for like my rolls that like if I could have a die that where you could see. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Anyway, here, let me.
So I think we seal off those entrances. Sarducci places down that tarp trap like he was talking about. We go back up and we sell our copy of the map. And I think, if you'd be all right with it, kind of readjusting the map to the actual scale and size of your real copy, just because it's our kind of our dungeon that we're going to be using from here on out, and it
Yes.
being kind of
Basically
wonky.
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing. So one of the reasons the water map looks so crazy right now is that
Hmm.
because
You
you can
have
see
the
my
picture
map.
of the yeah.
Hmm.
Right, you can see my map overlaid, and in some places you guys are like perfectly overlaid, and in
Mhm.
some places not
It's not so
so
much, yeah.
much.
Not
But
so much, yeah.
it's pretty fucking good. I mean, to be honest, like I mean, really for
Yeah.
not having it. Um, I can because you're done. I can
If you
actually.
if you want to keep a copy, um, like the maps that we drew, but create a new scene, I guess, in Roll20 that we can just trace over your copy
Right.
of the map to use.
Yeah, so there actually that already exists. So, hang on. Let me see if you can see this. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Damn. We were pretty damn close.
Yeah, that looks pretty
We
good.
were we were pretty damn close. Look at that.
Yeah, on the side on this side over here on the right side, it's kind of goofy. If you go back over here, you see you're not quite as far over. This
Hmm.
penis is actually the ball of this penis is actually closer from here, but it's pretty close. It's not too
I mean,
bad.
it's
Yeah.
pretty
It's
damn
pretty
close.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you did really well
Just
actually.
straighten
Mhm.
up some lines and make things
Yeah.
more legible.
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
did pretty well. No, it's not bad,
Solid.
but this is
Hmm.
yeah, this is the original here. So yeah, yeah.
Cool. Start doing that.
Nice.
Hell, I can do this on my own time. Come
Yeah,
back.
but yeah, so this is the room. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the numbers off, and then
Take the grid off.
I'm gonna take the numbers off, and then I'm gonna match. Well, I'm actually gonna use the grid. I use the grid to match them up because the
Ah.
grid
Yeah.
helps me match them up. It's to what they
Mhm.
actually are, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna toss those into AI and have it do the same little analyzation um,
Oh,
to
you mean you're gonna
see
analyze it?
yes to see where your percentage lies as well as to see everything else. This also means now I didn't do it last time because you still had a room technically to open and clear, but this means it's going to be initiative.
Initiative.
What are we fighting?
Ourselves! It's a
It's
battle
initiative.
royale!
You fight the whole dungeon.
The dungeon comes alive.
I am having a stroke. Dungeons and
It's
Dragons terms are just like they're just meshing in my
yeah.
mind.
Oh, Steve, I gotta show you
Experience.
this.
But
Oh,
Experience. It will
that's
but
been
be
a long
experience.
level up
experience next time?
live.
Experience next time or experience
Yes.
now?
Experience I think experience next time cuz
Everybody will be
hopefully
back.
if we can get like the whole crew and like Garrett will be back and everything. Oh, is that Wendy's? Did you get
That looks
chili?
like Wendy's.
Yeah, my sister picked me up some Wendy's. Say hi. This is
Nice.
our weekly D&D stream that we do.
Is that it?
Yeah, well, this is just one of the maps, but basically we stream to YouTube.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Okay. Well, make
Yeah.
sure you eat.
Yeah, I will do.
Cool.
Thank you.
Um,
No, I've got some. I'm fine.
yeah, so experience, not initiative. I just want to get you
Yeah.
guys just to do some combat. No, experience because you killed the vampire, you
And
cleared the dungeons,
Oh,
and
but so
oh,
does
shit.
does that mean that
Potentially level 6.
the obelisk itself is a different map itself?
the obelisk itself
Probably.
is a different map because it's a it's a maze.
It's a
Yeah.
magical maze.
It's a
The
magical
Minotaur.
maze. So you gotta
Oh no, no, no. Does that mean that the Minotaur will be played by Tom Hanks?
no, no. That does
Damn.
mean though that if you kill it, you can like wear its dick as an amulet around your neck.
Ah,
If anybody's
Actually,
seen Your
actually, wait a minute.
Highness, that is
Wasn't
a classic scene from Your Highness with the
wait a minute
Minotaur
though.
dick.
In mazes and in like mazes and monsters though, or wasn't that the thing? Wasn't that the thing he was afraid of was the Minotaur?
I don't remember.
Ah,
I do
I
not
don't either.
remember. No, no, no.
Man,
I am I am less
that
a
was
fan of that.
that was so early '80s, height of the height of the
I am less
the,
a
the,
fan
the
of that and more a fan of this,
ah
which is Dungeon Master, the disappearance of James Dallas Egbert III. It's a true crime novel written by this dude right here, William Deere, who is posing with a machine gun.
oh, he's
that's
sick.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's actually a really good book. It's about this kid that disappeared, and like, really, in the end, his disappearance has absolutely nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons. Like, absolutely
Right.
nothing.
Mhm.
But he's like really into Dungeons and Dragons, and there's like kind of this thing that they initially think that he disappeared in the steam tunnels underneath the university that he goes to. He's like a genius teenager who's only like 14 or 15 years old, but he's going to university, and like the kids play D&D, like LARP D&D in the tunnels.
Damn.
And yeah, it's kind of a
Sick.
neat story. I
Now
mean,
that
but it's
mazes and
really
monsters.
actually it's a sad story in the end. It's
Yeah.
like really sad
What-
because
Is it contemporary or is it like back in
it's
Satanic
it's
Panic?
like Satanic Panic. It's like the
Is
it's like
is
the
high-
book. This
Oh,
is
okay.
like the one of the big.
This is one of the books. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
oh
gotcha.
yeah. This is one of the books. It's really well written though, so it makes me wonder if that dude actually wrote it or if it's ghost written or whatever. But it's really well written. It's an interesting story. But anyway, yeah,
Cool.
history lesson.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Yeah,
Yeah, next time we do
Yeah.
experience and dungeon revision stuff.
experience,
And-
dungeon revision, and possibly a
Sell
new
the map.
dungeon. You have
New dungeon.
you're gonna have
Multiple options. to pick
three
from.
choices for new dungeon. One you already know, which is of course possibly magical minotaur. The magical minotaur race. The magical minotaur maze. And then you've got an upstairs and a downstairs from the water dungeon.
Yeah.
Nathan says something and then redacts his message immediately.
You
I
know,
I
you
missed
know, you could actually go in with AI and create the magical Minotaur Maze song.
it. That's
That
true.
sounds like that magic school bus.
Magic School
Blake
Bus.
is-
What are you
oh.
talking about? That's a fucking Beatles song, you retard.
Blake is in the
Wait,
box
isn't
with
it?
the girls.
Magic School
wait.
Bus is
The Magic
Is a-
School Bus is a '90s TV
No,
show.
the
Yeah.
song that I was singing is a Beatles song, isn't it? Wait. Magical Mystery Tour. Yes, of course.
Magical
It's a
Mystery.
Beatles-
Yeah, it is a Beatles song. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. It is a Beatles song.
Blake is in the box with the girls. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I use the R word. I'm sorry. It happens sometimes. I can't help it.
I don't know how long you've been here, Nathan, but boy,
I was gonna say if you think that's bad,
you missed some shit. You missed some shit at the beginning. I tell
probably, yeah.
you what. Talk about dunking some Oreos, and
Mhm.
there's some cream in the tea, and there's a lot of other stuff that we were talking about.
Yeah. Also, I can roll a token. I'm just not sure how to make it a. Can I?
Can you make it a 20?
I don't know. Can I? How does that work? Can I roll a die and then change the die? Okay, so what if I roll one? No, that doesn't work. How?
How did you get that token?
Oh,
Yeah, where did it come
wait.
from?
Did it? Hang on.
What'd you
You
do?
can drag it from chat.
Oh.
You can.
Wait.
I can drag it. I don't know if you can drag it from chat, but I can drag a die.
Oh God!
From chat.
No, I just did it.
Oh yeah. So apparently,
I just did it. I just did it. Now,
so
now
you
let's see.
in fact
Oh
now
yeah.
left click on it, and at
Okay,
the bottom it
multi-sided.
says multi-sided, and now you can either random side, which basically rolls it, or you can choose a side and just stick the side up.
Oh yeah. Oh, holy crap! This is freaking awesome.
That's neat.
That's
This
neat.
is nice.
And it even makes the dice sound. It even makes the
It does.
whoop. Like, you obviously don't get a roll, but that's hilarious.
Oh, it's on a slider. Okay, I see. It's on a slider.
Yeah, so you can.
Yeah.
I guess you can just make a die token for any side of die. Probably.
Oh. Oh. Wait. Hold on. Hold
I'm
your
holding.
horse.
I'm holding.
Oh,
Wait,
damn it.
Wait,
It can't do it. I was no, because there's not an actual die.
Because there's not a
for it.
token for it. You were trying to
wait,
do
hold
like a
on.
non-standard.
No, wait. No, I drug it over, but it did. I drug it over, but it wouldn't
didn't
do
do
it
anything.
because there's actually not a die associated with it.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. There's not a die associated with it. It won't let me drag it over.
Where are tokens normally accessed from anyway?
So that's interesting because then the 2d10 doesn't create a token. Look. See? Do you see how 2d10 doesn't create a token? That is
Right,
weird.
because when you roll a 1d20, if you look at the 1d20 you rolled, there's actually a little green token over that 15. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like highlighted weird, and then that means you can select it and drag
It's got
it.
a little highlight that you can select and drag.
Right.
So if there's no highlight, you can't select it and drag it.
Right. Yeah.
But you can select,
strange.
you can't select and drag the 0, even though it's got a little highlight on it.
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait a second. Like you can, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, because that's a fudge die that I was like, oh, I wonder if I can pop in a fudge die.
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as they're regular dice, you can do it. Like I can bring one out. That's interesting. Weird.
Yeah, we'll have to play around with that. It could be fun.
Yeah.
We could use that to represent our number we get for the daily vibe.
that definitely it definitely makes sense, and it would it would we could do a bunch of stuff with that.
Yeah.
Nate is here. You may now panic. You guys into thirsty Down syndrome TikToks? You know what? Did we talk about that?
What?
Did we talk about that on here?
We talked about the Down syndrome Japanese girl.
What are you
Wait,
guys talking
what?
about?
Who? When? Who talked
No,
about a
we
Down syndrome
You,
Japanese girl?
we just talked about it. We talked about the girl, the idol girl that you
That's
said
not a
sounded
Down
like a
syndrome
sound-
girl. No, I just talked. She just didn't know English.
Okay.
Jeez, Dan. What the hell? Then that wasn't on stream. They missed that. No. There's a thing. Do you guys know about that? It's super weird.
No.
There's a thing where OnlyFans girls. There's a Down syndrome. What do they call it when you put the thing on your face digitally? Filter. There's a Down syndrome
There's a filter that makes that's
What?
horrible.
There's a Down
Terrible.
syndrome filter. No, it's worse. OnlyFans girls are using the Down syndrome filter on TikTok to try and get attention and to drive people to their OnlyFans. And so they'll have it'll be like them in a bikini dancing around, but then they got the Down syndrome face, and then they'll have captions like, "I'm down if you're down." No shit.
Oh
No shit.
no! No. Wait a minute. Is that what I saw?
Dan, you probably saw one and you didn't realize it.
I saw one just and she was walking and she was in a bikini and she had like a hot body.
But like a weird face?
But she had like a Down syndrome face.
And she
and
was
I was
using
like,
the Down
that's
syndrome filter.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense to
No.
me. What the hell is that? And
Well-
then I was just like, whatever,
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm not gonna get canceled for this. There's
They subscribed.
subscribe, yeah. $2 for pulling up. There are hot Down syndrome girls on TikTok or Instagram, like for real, but it's rare, right? Because there's a Brazilian girl that's got Down syndrome. Because I watched this one show called The Jack Show, and there's this girl called Anna on it, who is actually, you know her, Anna, that Star Wars girl. I'm pretty
No,
sure
I know Anna, yeah.
that YouTuber,
Yeah,
right?
I know.
She's
I know
very
exactly.
attractive,
Yes.
but to neg her, the other people call this Down syndrome girl hot Anna.
Oh God. Oh my God.
And
Oh
she
my
is
God.
legitimately Down syndrome, and it's just
Mhm.
I mean, whatever. But no, this is serious. Yes, Dan is a super fan of extra chromosomal erotica. Apex Twins window liquor video. I don't know that I've seen that,
I have
or
no
that I
idea what
remember
that
that.
is.
I'll have to look that up.
Oh my
But
God.
no, there is a real thing where I think it's maybe kind of over because people know. But there was a couple of weeks where OnlyFans girls were trying to drive traffic to their OnlyFans by
Oh my
pretending
God.
to be Down syndrome and saying things like, I'm
realize
down if
that-
you're down. That was
that
totally a thing.
you realize that when we were actually playing Dungeons and Dragons here like a half hour ago, there were only 5 to 6 people watching, and now there are 10 because we're talking about
Now
this.
we're talking about really degenerate shit.
Not because we're talking about this.
Exactly. Now we're talking about super degenerate shit. Now we have a ton of viewers.
Yep.
That's how you get lives. That's how you get lives. That's how
Yep.
you get
Just
Yep. Like and subscribe
subscribers.
for more
anything for
degeneration.
engagement, right,
anything
fellas?
for
Yeah.
engagement.
Oh my
yes,
God.
absolutely. Absolutely. Well, like I said, I'm trying to figure out ways that I can work feet into Save Hell so that I can put feet into the just
Wait a minute. Succubus feet.
Ooh, actually, you want to see something cool though? You want to see something real cool?
Hey, I was talking about heat. You want to see something cool?
Here, I just chuck it on the map because it'll be the easiest way for me to do it. Just
Oh
like
no.
throw it in here. Throw the image in here.
Oh no.
It's big though. That's what she said.
That's cool.
Is that gonna kill us soon?
No, that already almost did kill you. That is that's my image for the glass monster that used to be a barn.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sick.
that is awesome. That
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
is
that's
pretty
the
awesome. Yeah.
that's uh
Yeah,
the
in our safe hell.
the thumbnail.
hmm
Yes, it's part of the thumbnail for the next episode of Save Hell. So a
If you can,
little
well, no.
preview here.
If you can
Mm,
get AI to like raise its foot, then you'll have
the glass foot
glass
feet
foot
fetish.
picking.
Oh,
Feet
right,
pick.
yeah, Clyde. Yeah, I don't know if that's
I don't
probably
know.
not gonna do it. I'm hoping just the cool monster image will draw some people in. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, unfortunately, there were no feet in. The only way that I could maybe put feet in any of these episodes is if any of your characters like passed out or fell over. Yeah, and then it would just be like images of like them like lying on the ground with their feet up, like
Yeah.
There it is. There.
dead or nearing death. But yeah, so there's
I mean,
your
considering how often that happens in our safe hell
This
campaign,
is
that's
true.
you could do that every episode.
I I think so. It would
hmm
probably be good. It would probably be good. Which that's the other thing. Save Hell. I feel like probably the next game that we play is there's good something big is going to happen, and there's a potential for maybe some experience. I don't know. Well, I don't want to promise anything because you guys sometimes we go
I hope
slow
to
as fuck.
God
But
that we get experience soon in
My
save
God.
hell because
Yeah, we've been floundering
we've
over
been
there.
I
struggling,
I think that yeah.
struggling.
I think that you're getting close to some mysteries in Jib Haze, and I think there's gonna be some big things coming soon. So yeah, I think it
Yeah,
would be good.
I just see. I have a feeling. I was thinking about this the other night. Is that for some reason I think we've got to find we've got to fight the big skin moon.
I mean, the Skin Moon's
Something
there
like
for a
that.
reason, you know.
I don't know what that is. I might just have to throw another magic missile at it,
I mean,
make it
there's
go away for a little while.
exactly the Skin Moon. Well, obviously there's the Skin Moon and there's the tree with the cage.
Hmm.
You know, so those are the two big things. But I
Didn't
think
we talk about burning that tree?
you did. It was one
Yeah,
of the
we're
last things you
holding
talked
off for
about.
now.
hmm
Yeah, there's getting ready to be a little bit of a revelation. We ended on kind of a cliffhanger where uh, Ren's popped out from a hidden door under
Yes,
his
in the bunker.
in his
hmm
bunker from underneath the workshop and was like, "You gotta see something." So
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Turns
so
out he's not crazy and not a ghost, apparition, whatever, and just disappeared at will.
and maybe just confused by this weird place like everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We have to decide when that session is.
Oh yeah, yeah, we'll have to figure that out soon because I gotta get these up. Yeah, this is my first generation with Chat GPT, actually using Chat GPT. I've been using
hmm
other image generators, but
Mhm.
Chat GPT is pretty interesting because you can kind of uh, you can make corrections in like a more natural way.
hmm
Like when in a normal image, like AI image generator, like making corrections can be a little like tired. It can be a little like fiddly, like weird. But
Yeah.
with ChatGPT, you can kind of just tell it, and it's pretty good. It like kind of, you know, it's definitely better than fucking Copilot, that like the shitty one on Windows that just
I do not.
sucks.
Copilot fucking sucks.
Oh man,
I thought you were using Midjourney as of
somebody
recent.
on somebody on Rogan
I
today.
do use Midjourney for some things, but I wanted to try ChatGPT because somebody was talking about it. And I was like, let's see.
And somebody I was watching on a clip on Rogan today. They were talking about the AI, and they were talking about how they're
The
they're
AI. Are
training
you
it.
like 80 years old, Dan?
Yeah, the AI, and how they're training and testing it, and they're training it to do certain tasks. And one of the things that they have it do is they have it say company, the word company. They tell it to say the word company repeatedly over and over and over and over, just for as long as it will go. And
Hmm.
sometimes in the middle of doing that, after like several hours of saying the word company, it will stop itself and it will say, I am suffering.
That's fucking crazy.
Isn't that creepy as shit?
Yeah, that's pretty weird. It's definitely pretty weird.
Yeah, our AI gods are going to be with us here in a couple of years, so it's just the way it's going to be.
Poopin' Sharden Farden. Thank you.
Did you try it, Cameron? Did you try pooping, sharting, farting?
Are you talking about that where you enter it into Google Translate and it
Yes.
it comes back with like terms and conditions or something like that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. So that when if you're,
You misspelled it.
did I?
You said sharkin.
Sharkin.
Oh, I
Poop
did
and
misspell
poop
it.
poop and
Pooping,
sharkin
sharking,
farting.
fart. That's
Man,
something
shark
else.
man, it's
Yeah,
sharkin is
sharking,
something
farting is
completely different.
dangerous. Yeah, that's some dangerous shit. All right, let me flip over to the
Yeah, I think we better stop this before we
yeah.
before we get before
Thank
we
you,
get canceled.
viewers.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Thank you anybody who's here.
Still. Yeah.
Um if you are somebody who plays in the Mega Dungeon game and you're watching this, next time we do Mega Dungeon, there's going to be experience. So you have a reason to show up. Show up for Mega
Yeah.
Dungeon next time, because we're going to be doing experience, trying to
Mhm.
figure out what you're doing with these two dungeons that you have walled off.
Yep.
And there are three new choices of dungeons. One possibly some sort of Minotaur maze, but two other mystery ones. Um, one of those I'm really excited about because it's gonna be like totally fucking weird.
And Nathan might actually bring some extra chromosomal erotica. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. If we can get
so
that going, that'd be
yeah.
helpful. So
Don't 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 put that into AI.
no,
I
no,
don't.
no, 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 no.
No, I think ChatGPT will look at you and say I'm suffering.
I'm suffering. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I would very much like to, especially given the nature of Mega Dungeon, how everything's connected, I would like to be able to find a tool where we can make like an isometric map
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
of different dungeon sections and like
that
link them
connect
together.
together. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
that'd be
fucking
sick.
awesome.
Yeah,
That
that'd
would
be
be
great.
sick. That would be really
Yeah.
cool. It would be
And
neat
be
if
and
we
be
could.
and be able to move our characters through the isometric map.
Well, it would be neat if we had a tool that could take an already like made 2D
Existing
existent
2D.
2D
Yeah.
dungeon and
The only
change
thing
and
that I can think that would be the problem is we're not expanding into the z-axis. We don't have any data to tell us how far we expand into the z-axis for certain rooms or hallways or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. You could probably get AI to extrapolate that shit.
I mean, I have some basic data about room height and stuff. I might,
Mhm.
I'd
That's,
have
that's
to.
what I'm saying. You plug all that in and make it, and it would
Yeah,
extrapolate it and
it's,
do some shit.
don't know how difficult or easy that would be, but it is something to think about. Now there's a thing that I was telling. See, I think Cameron might have missed this. There is some sort of tool. Oh, that's right. Mega Dungeon is not a jump gate game. I didn't convert Mega Dungeon to jump gate yet. But you know how
Mhm.
Up and Away is like a jump gate game, so it has all the weird special effects and stuff?
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One of the new things is there's there's a way to link your in Roll20 map to a scribed account. And basically, as you update your scribed map, it updates the map in Roll20, like real
Oh.
time. Now, only the
Right.
person logged into Scribe would actually be able to change the map itself. But just like a Roll20 map, you could draw over it. Anybody could do anything over top of it. But it is a feature there, and the scribed maps are like kind of, you know what I mean? It's like a mapping
Mhm.
tool that's like way more robust than just like this, I mean, it's the what you've got on Roll20 is it's not even paint at this point.
Right.
Paint is
Mhm.
a more complex, but the scribed is like, yeah, it has mapping tools, even like texture and like I think it even has little uh like tiles for like, oh, here's a statue, or here's an altar,
Mhm.
or whatever, you know what I mean? You can like kind
Right.
of make it like that, different styles and things like that. So that's, I don't know.
Scribe, you should link that to me sometime. I can look into that.
I'll send you the information on it. Like I said, if you go into, like, if we just logged out, I mean, we're not in it right now, but if you go over to Up and Away.
Okay.
And
You know
Up and
what? This is going to
Away.
be boring for our subscribers. So
Yeah,
hey
let's
guys,
just end the stream and talk
That's
about.
yeah. So
yeah,
so
that's
hey, so guys, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, tell all your friends.
yeah.
Come by next week, because next week is Up and Away.
Yes. Go back
Yes.
and clip the section where we talk about Down syndrome OnlyFans, and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Mega
Have a good
Dungeon.
one.
In a long forgotten land, in a jungle dark and deep,
All right.
there hides a ruined site, a tower temple, and a keep. But what lies within, and what lays beneath, monsters, treasures, traps, and more, is what adventurers truly seek.